Realme X, the cheapest mobile with an in-display fingerprint scanner and a pop-up selfie implementation, which also happens to be the costliest smartphone released by Realme till date. But how is this mobile? Is it really worth the price they are asking for? This is my complete review on the Realme X. This mobile has a 6.53-inch display with almost no bezels on the top and the sides, but the bottom chin is a bit huge. I was expecting it to be smaller. It also has an in-display fingerprint scanner and is really fast. Trust me, it's great. It has an AMOLED panel, so watching content will be great on this smartphone. The display is protected by Gorilla Glass 5, so it can withstand minor falls and drops. I like the design of the Realme X, but it's on the bulkier side. Especially if you have used the Realme 3 Pro before, you will notice that for sure. It's sold in 4 different color variants: Space Blue, Polar White, Onion and Garlic, out of which Onion and Garlic are the limited editions which only comes with 8 gigs variant. There is also one Super Polar White edition, which is a special edition inspired from Spider-Man Far From Home, and also the costliest one among all of them, with a price tag of 20,999. Now let me just play a small video clip to show how the media experience is and the sound too.
Hey, what is up guys, MKBHD here, and welcome back. Number 1, we've finished shooting Retro Tech Season 1, so it's now in the editing process, which is really exciting. And number 2,
as you guys heard, the sound from the speakers are loud and clear, but it is only a single bottom firing speakers. That is, it doesn't have stereo setup, but the single speaker is reliable, not too loud but clear. Since we are speaking about the media experience, yes, it has Wide 1L1 support, so you can stream Netflix, Amazon Prime in HD. It also has a 3.5mm headphone jack, so no compromises here. Moving on to one of the most important things in a smartphone, that is the chipset. It houses Snapdragon 710. If I have to compare, it is nearly equal to Snapdragon 675. 675 has faster CPU compared to 710 and slower GPU compared to 710. But the difference is not that huge. I personally feel like they should have gone with Snapdragon 730, but that's that. It is offered in 2 RAM variants, 4GB RAM and 8GB RAM, which the RAM management in the 4GB is not that great. It's good, but you can't simultaneously run 2 high graphic games, which you can do in the 8GB RAM variant. I also took some calls with the earpiece, and the earpiece is really loud. I haven't found any issues while taking calls or the network reception, and that's really good. Now let's move on to the cameras. The rear camera is a 48 megapixel plus 5 megapixel setup, in which the primary camera is a Sony IMX586 sensor. It can record up to 4K 30fps. On the front, it has a 16 megapixel pop-up selfie camera and can record up to 1080p with 30 frames per second. Now let's see some sample shots. The pictures from the rear camera are a bit oversaturated and high in contrast, and sadly it does not have the option to take raw images. The only issue that I have with the camera is indoor shots. It simply struggles under low lighting conditions. On the video side, it has the stabilization and the recording was good. The only thing that I missed is 60 fps. It just stops at 30 fps even at 4K recording or even at 1080p recording. No 60 fps option at all. It can record slow-mo at 240 fps, 480 fps and 960 fps. The face unlock is also so fast when compared to all other pop-up face unlocks. This stands on the top of the list. There are 2 more things which I noticed in the comment section of some other Realme X videos, and I wanted to cover it in my video. Yes, it has a built-in voice recorder and you can record your calls through the built-in voice recorder. And it does not have a system-wide dark mode. No system-wide dark mode option available. It will be white. So yeah, that's all about the review. If you like it, please do subscribe. It really motivates me to create more content.